Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It has been a minute because it is not Tuesday. It is, as you know, Wednesday night. Had a few family engagements had to get into last night. But yeah, we are here to talk about one of my favorites, if not my favorite show of all time, The Boys. What's up? The two that are going to go down this rabbit hole with me today are, of course, the one, the only, the realest, Phantom D Saint. What's good, brother?
Bro, I didn't know I've been buying my Funkos from a Nazi.
It's not good. It's not good, but they're going to take care of that. Oh, the other one coming down that rabbit hole with us tonight is, of course, Project AK. What's good with you tonight?
I'm chilling, man. Trying to keep myself in good health and sit here and talk about some good nerd shit.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get into these comic book shows. Fandom, you said you're not like, you're just kind of on the fence. You don't know if you're really 100% all in on this episode or this series or this season. What's going on with the boys?
So far, it's okay. It seems like it just mainly with the first 3 episodes is just build up to like what's happening.
Wow, I don't know.
It's been like some oh my god moments like here, and there, but it's mainly just set up with these first 3 episodes.
Oh man, it's setting it up in all the right ways to me because I am absolutely loving it. It sucked me right back in, and I am 100% back on board with The Boys. What's up with you, AK? How you feel about the series so far?
I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. It's had some comical moments that maybe shouldn't have been as comical as I thought they were. But I started off the series, but not the series, but this season, episode 1, with a very loud, hearty laugh. So I was looking forward to the rest of it from there, and it didn't disappoint.
Oh, it's coming. And they are setting a bunch of stuff up, and that's what's got me so excited. Like, where are they going to take us? What ride are we going on? Like, what exactly is going down? Like, because they give us some big ones in the first 3 episodes. So, I mean, if they're already giving us all that, where are they going to take us and what's going to happen next? Like, I'm in for it.
Exactly.
We're going to start off with The Boys Season 3, Episode 1, and this one's called Payback. And we open up in the movie that was being made, and they threw a little twist on it. And now that the world knows that Stormfront's a Nazi, and of course, people ain't too down for that. So, oh, it was cool. Did you realize they were in the movie fandom right out of the gate?
Yep, 100% knew it was a freaking movie because the way how it was like being shot, and I'm like, yeah, I think this is like the movie that they were like pretty much like we're doing in the previous season, and that's what pretty much was it. And if you saw Doctor Strange Multiverse of
Mm-hmm.
Madness, haha, so this is where
Mm-hmm.
she was.
Absolutely.
Talk
Oh,
about
Homelander,
multiverse.
right? Homelander was looking a little bummed out though. Like he usually loves the public spotlight. So why was he so blue on the red carpet, AK?
Because he knows his numbers aren't doing that well. Like you said, we got that breakdown just a little bit after that scene. And Homelander's a fuckboy. He thrives on attention and people like giving him all of the praise, and he's not getting that. So he doesn't know what to do with himself right now.
He's actually, I think, kind of hating the fact that he has to go on this like public shaming tour because he doesn't want
Yep.
to be canceled. But deep down, he actually loves Stormfront. Like he was all down for her. So like he's bummed about this whole deal all the way around.
Yeah. Like he said, he doesn't think he did anything wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's such a narcissist. Amazing.
Like I know,
Mm-hmm.
like he did some bad shit in the past, but like they keep saying, like, how didn't you know that she was a Nazi? How did you know that she was a Nazi? It's like if I was dating a white chick, and then later down the line I learned, like, oh shoot, she was a member of the KKK. I'm like, how would I know that? I don't
Yeah.
think that she would like say that at any point in time as I'm
But he
dating
did
her.
know that though. He did know. That's the thing.
No, but the way how he was like saying, like in jet, well, he obviously he knew, but like obviously there's certain things where it's like you just didn't know.
Oh man. Jake saying, I know people love this season, but I'm not that impressed with the season so far. It's okay, you're pushing the gratuity a little too much.
He's
And
on
not
board
much.
with fandom on that one.
Yeah. Oh, it is early and they got a long way to go, but yeah, I'm loving every minute of it. The setup, the way they're going, because they just lean into everything. Like, oh, especially the way like he's in cancel culture right now, trying to not get canceled. Like, yeah, it's just putting it into real life facts. I love it. But I was glad to see Ashley finally glad to see Ashley getting some release, but she's into some freaky shit. Telling no boy to just rip her hair out. Like, what was up with that, AK?
I have no idea. How does one explain what Ashley even is right now? Like, she's almost building her team of Ashleys from freaking Recess. You see, her assistant is also named Ashley.
Yo, I didn't get that.
Yo, something is mad wrong with this chick right now, and she needs some therapy badly.
Absolutely, it's gonna be the Council of Ashleys before you know it.
You want to talk about creating a supervillain? Look, they got that new Compound V. I don't know. I'm just saying. I can see her doing it just to get some get back at Homelander.
Oh, that'd be amazing. And it's funny seeing like the new dynamic of Huey being in charge of the crew. Like that just does not quite fit. Like trying to see.
Huey walked in looking like a G, man. Got the 3-piece suit on, and he's even got his own fan club now. It's like, wait, isn't he the one that brought down Stormlander? Yeah, and he's dating Starlight. Oh my God! Like that dude fell in love with this man.
Oh, absolutely. That's his new hero, and Butcher is just wanting to claw his eyes out, but he's on board for now. He's doing it. So
fucking Butcher.
Yeah. It's just too much. But Billy and the boys are still on the catching bad suits tip, and they had to do a party undercover to catch this universe's version of Ant-Man. And, oh my God! But before we get there, like it was while there we see Kimiko singing, and not only does she have a beautiful voice, but she was singing. I was like, did you know that that was a dream sequence, fandom?
Of course, I was on it today. Well, not today. When I was watching the episode, I was like, "This can't be real. This can't be real." And boom, saw that freaking lip singing from Lizzie McGuire, the movie, a mile away. Damn it, a mile away.
Absolute facts.
Absolutely amazing that we don't hear her talk this whole time, and then she just comes out just like with the voice of an angel. I was loving it. Like I said, I'm all in on this. Oh, when that man said, "I want you inside me," that is not what I was imagining what was going to happen. Like,
oh boy!
Holy shit! What was that all about? I mean, never in a show in my life have I seen such a thing. I was like, come on, this show is just bringing it on so many levels.
Look, I have no basis for what he could have even had tickling his nose that made him sneeze.
Oh, all that coke they were doing.
What was that? I guess. I mean, I've never done that. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't
thought
either.
It was something that was wafting from his dude.
No, they set it up like they were doing coke, and he sneezed before he even did all that. Like the first time he did the line, he sneezed, and then when he went back in, he like stopped himself, and then he couldn't, and he did it. And oh my God!
Still hilarious. I laughed so hard at that point. And I know that makes me sound so evil, but I laughed very hard at that.
Well, they brought it back. Like that's what got me so sucked into this show. Like the most amazing opening sequence of any series I've ever seen. And I didn't think that they could revert back to the same joke and get me in all the same feels. But fandom, come on! I mean, did that not take you back to episode 1 and just I don't know? It had me loving it all over again.
Damn, man. Termite. I'll never forget his name after that first episode. It was like the first 15 minutes. I'm like, yep, this is what the boys is. If you like to say like, oh, what's the boys? Is it someone? Just like show them that clip. It's like if you can handle this, and you can handle any episode of the boys, honestly.
Oh my!
I think we'll see him again because he wasn't put down. He was traded. We're gonna see him again before the season's over.
That's like probably like going to be like one of the worst like top 5 deaths of the show, possibly.
Oh, it's like I don't know what I enjoyed more: the opening sequence with what happened to Robin when A-Train ran through her, or this one. I mean, I think this one might have actually topped the first one. Like,
I think so. I think so.
God. Never in all my day have I seen this Protestant. I mean, oh my God, that was amazing.
Oh man.
And it was weird to see Butcher actually like following orders and not just like smash that guy. Like when he caught the termite, he was ready to kill him, and he's like, nope. He had old boy Huey's words ringing through his head, and so he let him live, which ends up kind of being a mistake. But, just such a crazy first. I was loving every minute of it. It had me sucked right back in instantly.
Yep.
And I'm glad they touched on Huey brushing his teeth before getting into it. Like when he rolled over with Starlight, that's exactly what I was thinking when I saw him roll over like that. I was like, oh my God, dude, go brush your teeth before you get back into that shit. And then they touched on it. Like I'm telling you, me and this show are just in sync. It is the way it is. And it's cool seeing Butcher like doing his best to be a father figure to Ryan. Like that's got to be so hard. Like this is the boy that the man that raped your wife and she had a kid and hit on you, and then this kid ends up killing her, and you got to be feeling all kinds of ways. So how amazing is it that he's actually being a father figure to his family?
It's good though. Sad, but because it's like literally a reminder, like shit. You're like the son, like you said, the son of the person who raped your wife dead, all this other crap. But hey, it's like she would want you to continue to to raise this kid. So it's still crazy,
We saw how much love she had for him, but man, could you do it, AK? Like just that reminder every day, like looking into his eyes.
The child in itself is innocent. So if put in a situation like that, like you may not know, but Phantom knows how I feel about kids. I love tiny humans. That kid didn't do all that. So I don't transfer the sins of the father onto the son. If I was Butcher, well, I'm going to have to deviate from Butcher's line in the coming episodes that we're going to talk about. But right here, right now, yes, Butcher's doing exactly what I would do. And you can tell he does actually genuinely care about the kid.
Oh, yeah.
The problem with Butcher is he be on his high horse fuckboy shit sometimes, and it gets fucked up. So right now, though, he's doing good. And I think it's great because that kid adores him. He is the last part of his mom that he has, and that kid is the last piece of Becca that he has. It's a pair that should work phenomenally, and right here for this episode, it is working.
Yeah, so far, but man, it can't be easy. And Ryan,
I'm not saying it would be easy, no, but I think you could put your feelings aside for how much you hate Homelander, which yeah, I get it. But that kid didn't do shit to you.
Like you said, it's not the kid's fault. Man, that could not be easy. But Ryan keeps having dreams about his father trying to kill him. Like, are these possible outcomes? Like, can Ryan see the multiple futures, Phantom?
I don't think you just see in the futures, though. It's just, again, like, PTSD of that day on which his mom died and the other possible threats. It's like, my father can, like, literally, like, he said, like, in, what was episode 3? My father can literally just, like, destroy cities in a matter of seconds. You're gonna be afraid.
That's that trauma talking.
Oh man, it was great seeing Homelander on the suck up tour though, like trying to keep himself from being canceled. Like I was saying earlier, like seeing him just have to swallow it and take it. It's just driving him nuts. And of course, we see later that's going to form into. But it's kind of nice to see him suck and win there for a minute. And since it looks like Mother's Milk won't be getting back together with Monique, will he be joining back up with the crew or just become a vigilante on his own? And, of course, since we get to see all 3 episodes, we get the answer to that. But first time watching it, did you think he was going to be joining back up with the crew? Did you know he'd be getting there, AK?
I think so. Mainly because she's already moved on. She's not playing house with this guy. She's not there just playing house with him.
Todd.
She's there. They're in a genuine relationship, and that just is what it is. I kind of wanted to smack Mother's Milk at the end of the party because he was wrong for trying to pull her out like that. Like, bro, you in this man's house trying to ask a wifey out on a date. That's not cool.
Effort.
That's not cool. And she checked him on his shit. So I get it. She's a good woman. I get it. He wants her back. But that's not the way to do it. That's a real quick way for her to cut you off. You can't play those types of games with her.
Also wanted to smack him for giving his daughter a Flavor Flav clock for her damn birthday. I'm like, come on now. At first watch, I didn't realize it. Second watch, I'm like, did he really just give her a Flavor Flav clock?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Everybody else is being dressed up as heroes. He's like trying to dress them up as something else. So he ain't about that hero life. He doesn't want her being dressed up as a hero, so he's trying to flip the script. I wouldn't mad at it. Oh man, relying too much on blood and gore. I think they're walking that line just right. I'm loving it the way they're doing it. Man,
there's so many breadcrumbs. Oh yeah.
That opening scene is always going to have a special place in my heart just because it's the thing that got me into this, and I've never seen anything like it. But I don't know, man. This opening scene in season 3 might just have a notch. I've never even thought of a concept like that. Like, it was just too much.
The only opening scene that beats that opening scene was the same show, just in a different season. And that was this one.
Have we had a psychic yet? I think we saw in season 3 that Mindbender. We didn't see him get to do much, but he was in there.
Is that what it was? Was he psychic?
Something like that. It was just one of the characters that was there in that crew in the Payback crew.
Hell, if he was a psychic, he did a terrible job.
Yeah, how did you not see all these attacks coming?
Right? Yeah,
all it was planned.
I don't think that was his power. I don't think being psychic was his power.
Yeah, I don't know. He was just busy hiding in the Jeep up behind the guns or whatever. So I don't know. That whole thing was hilarious. It's like you think it'd be a perfect fit, and we're going to talk about it. But yeah, it was in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Stan Edgar meets with Homelander and Starlight to tell them that she will now be co-captain of the Seven. And her pulling numbers are breaking vault records, and she's just the wholesome image the company needs after all the Nazi business. So Homelander is not happy at all, and we already know this is going to be a problem, don't we, AK?
His feelings. That's going to be a big problem. And we've seen it. He's already starting to set up.
Yeah, he was not happy at all. And Stan tells Starlight that as long as he's CEO, Homelander will stay under control, and she knows why. Well, I want to know why too, fandom. Why is that?
Sorry, repeat that?
Stan told Starlight that as long as he's CEO, Homelander will stay under control, and she knows why. Why? What? Why? How is he able to control Homelander?
I mean, he's Gus. Like, of course he's gonna like. Oh yeah, I forgot you didn't watch Breaking Bad.
Nope,
it's been like this since season 2. Like, we ever thought like A would like make Homeland like really stand down like this, but the moment like he entered the scene, it's like that's what it is. But I could see it's possible to come to an end this season, though. Ever since his statement he made, I think at the end of at the end of episode 2, it seems like slowly but surely, like he's gonna say, you know what, fuck you, Edgar, this is mine, and possibly kill him. That's how I predict how this season's gonna end.
And then we see in season 3 what may be the reason why he's feeling so brave, but still, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But was that just editing, or was Starlight actually making eyes at that new suit, Supersonic, AK?
That was editing.
You don't think she was feeling some kind of way?
If there's one thing we've learned about Starlight and relationships, when she's with you, she's with you. There's no rekindling of anything. Although I do got beef with Homeboy because bitch, don't touch my phone.
Right? I was like,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
How is that
Huey
okay?
had every reason to have an attitude after that shit. Don't touch my fucking phone.
Don't touch my woman's phone. Why is some man answering
exactly?
my
What's wrong
phone?
with you?
Like, I don't care what.
On what world makes you think that's okay? If you had a girlfriend and somebody called your girl, or you called your girl and somebody else picked up the phone, what are you automatically gonna think? Don't do that.
Oh,
he should have known better.
I was just like, come on. But on the flip side, fandom, like, he did say he had a decent answer. Like, literally, he had the only answer. He's like, he called 3 times in the last 3 minutes. Like, I thought it might be an emergency. What's up? Like, I don't know, fandom. Did he have a reason to answer that phone or no?
Can't you remember this scene where he called 3 times?
Yeah, Huey kept calling, trying to get a hold of Starlight, and finally Supersonic answered the phone. He's like, what's up, Huey? And he's like, just trying to get a hold of Starlight, and why are you answering her phone? And he's like, well, you called 3 times in the last 3 minutes. I thought you might be in trouble, or it might be an emergency or something. So is there ever a reason for another man to answer your woman's
Hell no! Never another reason, man. Never. If I'm calling my woman 3 times and another dude answers, no.
That's a problem.
At this point, it's like I'm either someone's bag is being packed. That's all I think I'm saying. Someone's bag.
I feel like I gotta get at you about that. I gotta come talk to you about that. She was just a few steps away. He could have picked up the phone and said, they clearly weren't filming. They were just standing around waiting for production notes or some shit. Go hand her the phone. Simple solution.
Don't answer my phone.
Answer my woman's phone. What the fuck wrong with you?
Oh, that was fantastic. Was Starlight right? Like, would it be better for her to be a role model and take the co-captain spot, or is Huey right and she should turn it down because it's way too dangerous? Which we actually get that answer too. That's a couple episodes ago. What were you thinking about that, fandom? Like, did you think it was a good idea for her to take that co-captain spot?
It seems like she already had an answer. Like, I don't know why she kind of waited for like Huey. I was just kind of like a bit confused when I saw that scene. But at the same time, it's like she was like preparing him for it. I don't know there, but obviously she was gonna take it. Like that whole back and forth between her and Edgar, I'm like, let's be real, Star. Like, you're gonna take the spot. Granted, it's like you may have still like a bit of fear of Homelander, but you had the dirt from previous seasons, so it's like, just take it, right?
You agree with that, AK? Would you think it was better for her to take the spot and be a role model, or should she have bounced when she had the chance?
I honestly wish she would have bounced, but either way, she would have been in danger. Right here, right now, she at least has a few resources she can tap on to help her. Well, she can easily tap on to help her. If she would have left, then she kind of would have just been on her own. But also, Edgar too smooth for that, man. That's GQ smooth right there. He's not letting you say no. He has a plan, and you're gonna follow it. You just don't know that yet.
Every time. Oh, I was dying looking at that burn up husk of a body on Stormfront, talking about nobody suffers like you do, Homelander. Like, still trying to
like,
give
what
it
the
up.
fuck is he suffering? Shut up.
Oh, I was dying. So brutal. Didn't feel sorry for her for 1 second, but that was.
She did look like Anakin Skywalker, like literally.
Yes, she did.
Oh, it was horrifying. But it was nice seeing Maeve and Butcher working together behind the scenes. Like, she gives him some V24, and she tells him, like, it hasn't been perfected yet. Did you definitely know that he was going to end up taking it, fandom?
First off, I didn't see Maeve working with the boys at all. Yeah, I'm like, oh shoot, she's actually feeding them information. That's actually pretty good. And she's kind of like being low key, huddy over, and making sure no one sees her and crap. I'm pretty sure someone possibly has been tailing her the entire time, be like, oh yeah, we knew you were like feeding them like information, but certain information that we wanted you to like let out. But like this compound, like, you know, B situation thing, that smart thinking.
Oh,
I didn't think that Butcher would take it this soon though. That's the thing. I thought that like he was like near death, and then it's like, okay, I have no other choice, let me go take it. But like I thought it was gonna at least be like a few more episodes of like temptation for him. Then he like took it. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go.
AK standing in the comics, they've been juicing from the very beginning.
There you go.
Like how like they should have like already been taking it since like what season one.
Season one.
Shit.
That's kind of crazy. Jake says he hopes Homelander's dead by the end of the season. He wants a new big.
I don't know about that now.
Top 3, you can't get rid of Homelander.
It does seem as heading that route, but like he's like Joffrey, you know. We love to hate him.
Jake thinks he's definitely going to end up getting more of that juice. Of course, once he get a taste of that power, I'm sure it's the most addicting drug. Like, give me that power back. And speaking of power, like, how big are the balls on Butcher? The way he talks to Homelander, just fearless. Like, could you talk to that man that way, AK?
Probably,
Oh,
but I got a smart ass mouth, and also, it's Butcher. And you look at these two dudes; they're really like just opposite sides of the same coin, man. It only gonna take just a little bit more for Butcher to be going outlandish and shit. And we already seen. We'll get into it when we get to those parts, but he's already well on his way to being even more of a douche than he is now. And he's not that much different from Homelander at their bare bones, which is kind of sad. But that's what makes their story so compelling.
Two sides of the same coin, absolutely.
Yep.
Does Homelander know about the new 24-hour V? Is that why he challenges Butchers to that showdown, fandom?
Nope, he doesn't know yet. But I was questioning when watching this the second time. It's like when he was talking to Homelander, was Homelander actually there? Or was he just, like, again, just imagining the whole situation? Because when he just turned again at that, what was it, a pig thing or whatever? He, like, just disappeared.
Oh, that was just Homelander's super speed.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
He just pulled a Batman on him. Like, you turned away from a second.
So it's like, did it actually? Was it? Or again, was he just imagining it? Just to motivate him.
I definitely think that happened. My thing is like, we already know, like, him and his son have kind of the same thing. And, like, the son could smell that juice inside Butcher's blood when he had taken it.
Mhm.
So how was Homelander, how was he not be able to smell it like in the pig jar, in the cookie jar? Like he must
Maybe
have known it
because
was
of
there.
maybe because of the glass container it's in. It could be specially made to make sure it can't be detected by anyone, even Homelander.
That's viable.
But then his son, but at that point in time, Butcher didn't
His
take
son
it.
was smelling it in Billy's blood, though.
Yeah,
not in the capsule. So yeah,
Exactly. He didn't
he
take
would
it.
be able to sense it then. Yeah.
That could be. I'll take that. I like
That, and he wasn't like I'm guessing he wasn't just like casing the place. And if so, like if something even was at the place, nothing could harm him. He's a Homelander
True.
for now.
But and Homelander also can hear like everything. Like he's got
Everything.
just superpower ears, so he might have heard Maeve there in the first place. Like we don't know how long Homelander was outside that door waiting, so he might
True.
know exactly what Maeve did.
Well, they met earlier that day though, didn't they?
No, it was like
No, it was
Maeve
in-
left and Homelander was there. Like it was like boom, boom. So Homelander could have heard everything that Maeve just said or did.
Not minutes, but like it could have been like an hour or two. But
No,
who knows
I'm saying,
how
yeah, 'cause
long like
it was
Homelander
dark
was
by the time
like.
Homelander got there. So
Yeah.
I think a little bit of time had gone by. I mean, it's the
Right.
same day, obviously, but I don't think there was just Maeve was there, Homelander was just in the wings hearing what was going on, and then waited to come down. It was definitely still daylight when Maeve was there, and it was
It
dark when
was?
Homelander.
It
got there.
was.
I don't remember it
I
being
thought
daylight. No, I don't remember it being daylight. Like
Well,
Well,
After
damn
all,
it,
he
on
closed
my
the
end.
he closed the door on Maeve leaving, and like moments later, we heard that boom, like it sounded like Homelander landing. So I mean, it made it seem like it was just like maybe a minute later. Like that's how they filmed
And
it.
I have a question,
Mhm.
real quick. Why do y'all think we haven't seen too much of Maeve so far? She's usually all in and out the beginning of the seasons.
So why,
COVID.
what's that?
COVID. At this point, I don't see an act.
I don't think Maeve has to
Occasional
worry
one.
about COVID though.
I mean, possibly like the actual actress. Maybe that's why like
Soups get
it could have
sick, too.
been like that much scenes and because I'm not sure when was this season like major in the whole lockdown thing, but who knows?
That's true. Oh, Jake wants to know, like, it seemed like Butcher got Homelander's powers, so does it depend on which serum you take to which powers you get? Or does it just
I
depend
also
on your
was
genetics?
debating.
It's
What's that?
totally random.
I think it depends on your genetics, yeah. I think when you take it, like,
Yeah.
however your body reacts to it.
It'll bond to your body.
That or is they're supposed to be like all of them supposed to be that way because again it's marketed towards the military. I think you would want like
the most
super
powerful.
soldiers.
Super strength.
Yeah.
laser
So
beams,
then
yeah.
anything else just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, I like that. Absolutely.
Makes sense.
Oh, Tony wants Nadia to use her platform to tell the world about what happened to him at Red River. What do we think happened to him? And, like, what was Red River? Like, did you have anything idea what was going on in that situation, family?
What happened at Red River? At this
Like-
point, it's either like what happened in Stranger Things, AK would know, or some other freaking crazy thing experiments with freaking kids. Like we already see how they be doing kids. Oh wait, hold up. That institution back in season 2, that was in Red River or something like that, right? No.
I didn't go back, but I don't think so. No,
Season
that was an
2?
actual. That was like a.
Remember when they went into that insane asylum, whatever? Not insane asylum, that institution or whatever.
No,
It was like
I
a whole
think that's
bunch.
something different.
That's something else. I think it's
We
probably
still think
something
that's something
similar to
different.
that.
We still need to see what happened with old girl that was all powerful in there that walked away. We don't know what happened with her.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. She's still just out there in limbo.
Nope, she's
It's
still
been
with
like
us.
a year, right?
Yeah, she's got to make an appearance this season for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see what's up with that. So there's gonna be all kinds of things, and see which side she falls on, who she ends up fighting for. But Huey, following his boss to make sure she's safe, ends up seeing way more than he bargained for, and he is mortified now, knowing that how close he is entwined with the head popping murderer everyone's been searching for. Like Huey is off the charts. Like he's done.
Yo, he was trying to do his own girl a solid and just make sure she was cool. But then here this goes. And like, well, Huey, so sorry, bro, but you just gotta adjust. And I think he's adjusting the wrong way, but we'll get to that in later episodes.
It's all bad. But this, I don't know. Excuse me. I absolutely love this episode. Thought it started out just perfect, and yeah, it had me grab that again, hook, line, and sinker. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for all
Easily.
of it. Oh, let's see how much attention anybody paid to this episode. We'll do a couple trivia questions real quick. Let's see if you guys took some notes. We actually got a couple on this one. So if you know these ones, put them in the chat box. If you're watching later, put them in the comments down below. What was the girl's name playing the piano at the party?
Tyler.
Oh my gosh, look at her go right out of the gate, starting off on the right foot. What's Huey's dad's dentist name?
Huey's dad's dentist. For fuck's sake. I hate you.
What's Huey's dad's dentist name?
I have no idea.
Know about it. What you know
I didn't
about
write any notes or anything, so it's like if I remember, I remember.
These episodes, I think. That's a good question. I think
they come out every Friday.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Friday.
Is it Fridays?
Right, Thursday and midnight. Yeah, I do believe I'm not 100% on that.
It's Friday or Saturday.
Oh, here we go. What did Huey say he would brush with if it meant he could have sex with Starlight?
You know what? I was like, I should write that down because I knew your ass was gonna pick that one. Damn it!
What did Huey say he would brush with if it meant he could have sex with Starlight?
Hold on, let me go down the list. Did I put it down? Because that one definitely stood out to me because that just seemed like the most obscure shit that you would hone in on.
You already know. And backing it up, what brand of toothpaste does Huey use?
Crest?
Incorrect.
Colgate?
Aquafresh,
Wow.
wasn't it?
There you go. AK
Which one?
nailed it. I was
Oh,
like, you're running out. There's only two left, isn't there? Oh, man. What kind of plane was the lady on when she saw a suit masturbating outside her window?
What'd you say?
What kind of plane was the lady on when she saw a
I don't
suit
remember the plane.
masturbating outside her window? Know that one? Put it in the chat box. If you're watching later, put it in the comments down
Phantom
below.
said Delta. Is that wrong?
That is incorrect.
American Airlines?
Nope. It's a type of plane, not a company.
Oh, that's all I got.
Oh, what is the? Here we go. Phantom, bring Phantom into it. What is the Ant-Man-like soup's name?
Oh, termite.
Absolutely. I love autocorrect sometimes, trying to figure it out on the fly. What did Victoria Newman bet Huey that something went wrong with Butcher's Steakout? What was the bet she made with Huey that something definitely went wrong on Butcher's Steakout?
Something about a sandwich.
Incorrect. Know that answer? Put it in the chat box down below. Keeping it moving. What game was Butcher playing with Ryan?
Connect 4.
There you go. Back on track. What rank does Butcher refer to Mallory as? What rank does Mallory hold?
General?
That is
Or
incorrect.
sergeant?
That is incorrect. They call her out. They refer to her all the time. You know that one? Put it in the chat
Well, I
box.
thought it was higher than captain, though. No, I don't know.
Lieutenant. I don't know.
You almost
I thought it was
got
captain.
Lieutenant seems low for Mallory.
Oh, my man Jake is knocking it out. I just checked back in the chat box. He got the airplane correct. He got the bet correct.
37
A
nice.
crisp $100 bill is absolutely correct. And look at my man. I love
Colonel?
your spelling. I love your spelling. Absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
I
you
hear
got
it.
that on
I
voice
hear
text?
that scene. I'm hearing that scene in my head now. Good on you, Jake.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
you
Colonel.
got that on voice text, Jake? That's amazing. Look at Jake knocking it out. 3 in a row. My man. Well done. Well done, you. Oh, here we go. What is Mother Milk real name? What is Mother's Milk's real name?
Kansas.
Incorrect.
That was close though.
They call them. They use it. All
Remember
the
they used it like in the previous season.
Yeah, Monique used it. I forgot.
Oh, so did the Colonel. So yeah, they used the hell out of his real name in this one. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. They gave us all kinds of info in this one. What is Mother's Milk's real name? Watch, I'll bet here in a second Jake will knock it out. Who did the Deep say wrote his book?
Shia LaBeouf, Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Oh, back on track. I love it. What's Mother's Milk's daughter's name?
Karen? Sharon?
No. Written on
I
that
forget.
big old sign, "Happy Birthday" in the
Hold on, let
background.
me see. Yeah, I did put down something about her. It was her 10th birthday, but did I write her name down?
Jake said he did use text making dinner. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, when you know that one, write it down below. What establishment?
Janine. Her name's
There
Janine.
you go. You are absolutely correct. It is Janine. Well done, you. What establishment in Lagos did the Black Noir wreak havoc in? They said he should have been brought up on war crimes for it. What establishment in Lagos did the
shit.
Black Noir wreak havoc in?
I forgot to write that one down.
Oh yeah, I put out some bombs in this.
Yeah,
one.
it totally pinged in my head when that scene was on, but I forgot to write it down.
How low did Huey say soup collateral damage was down in the last year?
60%.
Well done, you. What was Starlight polling at?
What was what?
94.
No, that is incorrect. It is a new VOT record. What was Starlight polling at?
98%, wasn't it?
That is incorrect as well.
92, 93.
No,
Incorrect.
I want to say it was lower than that.
Was it 43?
It was no.
No, okay, well, it was in the 60s?
That is incorrect.
68%? No?
If you know that one, put it in the chat box or write it
No.
down below. You get,
Jake will know.
Jake said
Getting colder
96.
and
Is that
colder.
it?
it is 96. Jake knocked another one
Hey, good
out.
on you, Jake.
Ah, look at Jake just crushing it. Oh man, absolutely 96, a new VOT record. How much was Butcher going to charge Homelander to watch him have a wank?
A tenor.
Yes, indeed. Look at you knocking it out. Who was here's a deep cut. I'll be shocked if anybody gets this. Who was the soup on Eminem's wall wanted by the FBSA?
The soup on Eminem's wall. Wanted by who?
The FBSA. And while you're thinking
shit.
about that,
Wasn't- yeah. Oh, fuck, I'm trying to remember.
Oh, it's
I know
a
he had a
deep
whole bunch
dive.
of stuff up about
You
Soldier
either-
Boy.
yeah, you either
Yeah,
know this
yeah.
one or you don't. This is a deep cut. That's a tough one.
Yeah, 'cause it was just like the camel swirled past it just like one
Yeah,
time.
you had to pause on it, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what does the FBSA stand for?
Federal Bureau of... Damn it, where'd it go? I know I wrote it down.
Look at you.
Federal Bureau of Superhuman Affairs.
Look at you. AK is knocking it out of the
Told you
park
I'm
tonight.
figuring this shit out.
Oh, well done, you. Amazing. And last but not least, what name does Tony keep calling Victoria Newman?
Nadia.
Absolutely correct. Well done. Well done. Absolutely crushed that one. That was a hard one. I had some deep cuts on there. Well done. And that is The Boys episode 1 from season 3. And yeah, right out of the gate, they had me. I'm all in, all with it. And yeah, I'm loving The Boys. Oh, if it doesn't have you yet, I have a feeling it'll get you soon. But yeah, they're bringing it. And speaking of bringing it, we're going to jump right into The Boys season 3, episode 2, The Only Man in the Sky. And we open with Butcher acting like a total addict. Like he has that 24-hour V, and it looks like he's ready to use it. Like I've never heard of someone like having drug dreams that's never used the drug before. That was kind of weird that he was dreaming about it. So you know how hard it's hit. He is definitely about to pump himself up, isn't he, Fandom?
It's not about the drug dream. It's more of the temptation. It's like, I've been fighting these suits for how long now, and I pretty much have something that can actually help me against this war now.
Yep.
Where I can actually just go toe-to-toe with Homelander. Even if I'm able to die, at least I can actually make this guy bleed for what the hell he did to Becca.
Absolutely. But, man, that's, I mean, you're going to become the thing you hate the most just to take it out. Like, that's a rough one.
This
That's
is Butcher we talk about.
playing with you. Oh, yeah.
Any
dude.
means
He
necessary.
He drops the. We're going to talk about it, but in the third episode, he drops the dopest line of the season. I was all for it. That's the Butcher. Oh, it's so sick. The little Ryan reminds me of my nephews. Like, you told me I could call after 8, and it's 8:03.
It's 8:03.
So
Where's the lie, though? Where was the lie?
I could so relate to that.
You should have been more specific. You should have said 9 or 10.
Right? I'm telling you, like that is my little nephews right there. I was like, yep, there it is. Were they actually trying to make us feel sorry for that crispy Nazi biatch? I was like, this is not going to happen. Just hurry up and die already. Like, I was ready for Homelander to, like, whip it out real quick for the birthday surprise, but this didn't look like she was up to it that time. Like, what's going on with this Nazi Phantom?
Still, I don't know if we even talked about this in the first episode. How he did. I'm like, again, this is a show that I'm watching.
Oh, my
I'm gonna watch any other damn show. But this one. And then the internet is even more crazy. And now I can't even watch Civil War the same again because they're saying now that when that deleted scene of Captain America: Civil War, when Captain went to go visit Peggy, is literally what was this.
No, no,
And
no,
I was
no,
like, now
no.
I
It's in
can't
my
see
head
it.
now. No.
I suffer, you all suffer.
Oh, that was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And then
Oh
she was
my
crying. I'm like, I don't care, just die already. And then what happens? She ends up dying, quote unquote.
Oh,
She
that's
ain't
what you're
dead. Nah, that bitch will be back healed up her regular old Nazi self soon enough.
Darth Vader style.
saying. Exactly, though. That was Anakin. Oh, but Huey and Starlight figure out what Red River is, and while Huey is feeling sorry for himself, not realizing earlier because he couldn't figure out what happened and who he was working for. And now Starlight said, "How could you have known? Like nobody else could figure this out. Why is Huey so down on himself for not figuring it out?" AK.
Because Huey, he holds things in as himself being responsible for when he shouldn't. Like his dad has been telling him this from the very freaking beginning. Like, bro, you gotta have a certain amount of chill going through this world, though. Okay, you don't need to take up everybody else's vendetta as your own personal cause. And he's just having a huge crisis of identity right now because he thought he was doing the right thing, a better way than it was with Butcher, but now he sees the whole damn system is rigged, and it puts him in a very manic state of mind, and that manifests into something really bad in the next episode with his conversation with Starlight. So it's all of the boys are going through something right now, and so are the seven. It don't look good for nobody right now.
Absolutely. I think he's in his feelings because he doesn't have superpowers, and that was kind of his thing, was being able to figure stuff out. And the fact that he was so close to this and had no idea, it's just kind of a slap to the face. Like he's just like, man, every time I think I get one step up, I'm going 3 steps back. I feel like.
Yeah.
This Supersonic character is actually looking like a good guy, though. Like, is that the way of it, or are we going to see like the real him sooner than later, fandom?
Now, I still think he's well.
Be answering the phones. I don't know.
Besides that, like he seems like an okay
That's not
guy.
enough to call it, DJ.
I mean, that's the shit foreshadowing right there. But so far, it seems to be okay. And again, like him and Starlight has been like separated, so it's like he could have did some like shady stuff within like that year gap. Because so far, from what it seems, every soup has some type of dirty secret. What's his?
Yeah.
You got them extra powers. There's going to be some bones in the closet. Butcher pays a visit to Mother's Milk and lets him know that there may be a weapon out there that could actually take down Homelander. It may have actually taken out Soldier Boy, who was the one responsible for Mother's Milk's family's death, and mainly his dad's death. So he's definitely going to be into it. But then he gets there, and Mother's Milk says he's not interested, but gives Butcher a file that may actually help him before he sends him on his way. Like, did we have any doubt, AK, that he was going to end up back in the crew?
No, not at all. I mean, we saw his little war cabinet in there with all the newspaper clippings and stuff. He's been on this for years. Absolute years. That don't go away just because you leave the team or you need a vacation from the team or whatever.
This man has literally got ghosts and bones in his closet that he needs to deal with, and yeah, it ain't going nowhere anytime fast. But how come everywhere Frenchie goes, bodies blow up? Like Translucent in season 1, that FBI agent Susan Rayner in season 2, the guy at the party the last episode. Like, it is just not safe to be in Frenchie's immediate vicinity.
That's his mentality. He's demolitions. That's what he does.
God dang. Everybody be blowing up around this man. I'm not hanging out with that dude. I don't trust him. But the Crimson Countess is like a shit shot. Like, first of all, when Kamiko was chasing her, why did she stop? Like, she could have tackled her before she even got that shot off. And that poor person in the Homelander costume, I mean, just another one imploded. Fandom, what is up with this?
Actually, it was smart because she would have imploded if she didn't stop, honestly, if she just kept on running.
You think so? I think she could have got to her before she got them hands together. I don't know. It seems like...
Be smart
if
now.
She would have, it would have only taken a few minutes for her to put herself back together and get back up.
I don't know. It seemed like...
Would she, though?
Kimiko was going to be strong enough to hold them hands apart, so I don't know. But yeah, that's I don't know. That was kind of wild. But,
She's been shredded though. It's like, have we seen her shredded to that capacity that she's slowly coming back?
I think we've seen her dead enough times and come back to where.
Yeah, but not shredded like that capacity.
It might just take a little longer. That's it.
Oh man, I tell you who's not coming back is that poor soul who's in the Homelander suit, just trying to make $1 just out there at the amusement park. Just ain't never going home. I'm like, my God, just blood everywhere, and them poor kids just trying to eat cotton candy. Now they're just swamped for life. Like, yeah, bad news everywhere. I can't believe Huey can't even open a jar of mustard though. Like, what a perfect boyfriend for a suit. Like,
where is he buying all these jars?
Right? I cannot open a condiment. Like, come on, man. Where are you? You're the head of the crew? No.
See, and also, I don't buy that scene because you can't open the jar, but you can smash it hard enough to break it and it explodes everywhere and cuts your hand. That just doesn't seem to add up to me, but you know.
Glass. I get it, but yeah, that just, yeah. I was like, come on.
It exploded like all over his pants, the counter, a little bit was on the counter behind him. How you got that much strength, Huey, but you can't twist the top?
Be better, Huey. Do some push-ups. Do something. Like, come on. Starlight's man can't be this soft. Is it ever okay for a man to answer your woman's phone? We already talked about that, but yeah, like,
I don't. For another man to answer my woman's phone? Hell no.
No, there's no reason. Yeah, we talked about that enough. There's just leave it alone. Go give the phone to her. Don't answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Emergency or not. If it's an emergency, give her that phone. Stan Edgar is so ballsy when dealing with Homelander. Is it just because like he knows you have to face power with power, or is it like we see later why he's so bold? Like, still, that girl is not with him all the time. So, fandom, why is Stan Edgar so ballsy around Homelander when Homelander could just pop his head like a zit at any time?
Because he owns Homelander.
How though? That's what I'm saying, and we see what's gonna happen. I mean, how much?
Because again, even like Homelander, like spelled it out in this episode, like he really has like no identity. It's like the company made him, the company owns him. His popularity, everything is because of this company. Granted, even like it came to his powers, it's like everything he was created in a test tube, all of it, all thanks to Edgar.
I mean, Homelander tried to pull some fuck shit with Starlight, and Stan was just right there to put him in his place.
Yo,
I was surprised that he was there.
That scene was freaking gold. He came right out the shadows like, basically, bitch, you heard what she said. No. End of conversation. End of conversation. You tried it, but you got shut down. I don't think we know exactly what it is that he has over Homelander just yet, outside of just being like the smoothest motherfucker ever. I think we're going to see it this season, though, because Homelander's going a little more off the rails than normal. And it's going to take that big shot to come out and be made public of whatever it is for Edgar to fully either crush him or put him back in his cage. One of the
It would be funny if Edgar actually has his own, like, freaking Compound V type situation, and he's probably even stronger than Homelander.
Well, he low-key do already.
That's what I've been saying since season one. Edgar has to have an underground power that we don't know about. Like, we haven't seen Edgar's power.
Yeah, his adoptive daughter.
And that's what I'm saying. We're going to talk about that in the next episode. But yeah, I mean, that's what they're kind of playing out. The reason he has no fear because she has.
There's more to it.
But she's not always around, though. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree. I agree. It's a part. She's a part of it, but she's not all of it. So yeah, there's definitely more mysteries to be unfurled there. I just love that they have Giancarlo Esposito playing that role because he is literally the smoothest motherfucker ever in the suit.
Of course. Hurry up and get on Breaking Bad, DJ.
All right.
What's up, Gary?
I gotta go out for a second, guys. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem.
No problem.
Don't buy it. Stormfront isn't dead. She died off screen. I bet we see her again. Yep, we were talking about that earlier. We're not buying it either. We don't think Stormfront's dead. It's all front. Edgar's got some plan or platform. Welcome to the chat, buddy. Welcome to see you. He's got an open smash.
Your guess is good as mine, DJ.
He got it open smash. Really? Oh, man, he's definitely going to have some powers, though. Edgar can pop a pill and pop his head back. Yeah, I mean, he's got that Compound V, so absolutely. Oh, what's up, Savante Manager? Welcome. Good to see you. Absolutely. Welcome back. Loving the boys. Y'all watching it, being on top of it? Because, man, this show has got me hook, line, and sinker. Like I said.
A daughter or someone got graduated? That I'm thinking of someone else. Could be wrong. Major.
But Supersonic was in awe of the way that like Starlight stood up and like got Stan to back her against Homelander. And she told him earlier that he needs to make waves. Like she said this more than once to this man. So what's he going to end up doing to make his splash, Phantom?
Who again? Sorry.
The Supersonic, it was just in awe the way Starlight stood up to Homelander. And then the way that Stan actually backed her. So it's like, and she's told him more than once that he needs to make some waves of his own. So what do you think he's going to do to make that splash?
I don't know. I just hope that it won't be an episode where Homelander like speaks down towards Starlight and he says something. Because if that happens, he did.
Yeah, he gone. That's not gonna make it. Oh, what do we think of the A-Train deciding to like go into his roots and trying to rebrand himself?
Oh my gosh, that video game? You gotta be kidding me.
Did he really pitch
the
that?
Video game? The damn costume to begin with. A-Train, what are you even thinking? Who put these ideas in your brain? Clearly, you didn't go to a decent PR team because nobody would have ever let you put that shit out for anyone to see.
Even
in a pitch meeting.
Even the man helping him pitch it wasn't like...
Right, he was looking at him like, boy, don't bring me into this shit. Why you got me in here with this nonsense? He was not happy at all.
Me too, Major. Me too. Absolutely loving the season. But yeah, that was ridiculous. I'm like, did you really just pitch a slave trade game? Like, what is he doing in here? Come on.
The most tone-deaf motherfucker on the team is that dumbass.
Oh, when he was sitting there with his boy, like, everybody loves A-Train.
Right, and his brother's looking at him like, motherfucker, read the room.
Right.
What is wrong with you?
Out your mind.
Fucking idiot.
So he heads out to Red River Ranch to get some info on his boss and ends up signing up to adopt a child. You think that's actually going to go through and be a thing this season, Fandom? You don't think him and Starlight are going to end up with a little suit?
Nah, I don't see that happening.
Oh man, that would be.
But it was interesting when we saw Stillwell's son there.
Who?
Stillwell.
Who?
We're talking about the orphanage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stillwell's kid is there.
So,
Really?
wait, who's Stillwell?
Remember in season 1, Stillwell, the chick?
Wait.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Shue?
Yeah, Stillwell's baby that we thought that could possibly have died in that explosion. He was right there.
Oh no. Wait, no.
How did you know that was Stillwell?
Because
the chick said Stillwell to the boy.
She called him by his last name.
She said Stillwell. Because when she said Stillwell, I'm like, how does that name ring a bell to me? And then I said the boy Stillwell, her face came up. I'm like, oh shoot, so that's the kid.
Oh wow! See, I didn't even put that one together.
Yeah,
nice.
I completely missed that one. Good on
awesome.
you. Okay, I gotta go back and check for that.
That's a great Easter egg. I didn't even realize that. That's amazing. So that's gonna have to pop back up and be a thing.
They wouldn't put it in there if it wasn't gonna come back. Nice.
See, just like he wouldn't even make an inference at all to that or anything. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, well, see, you know
amazing.
what? You know what though? Now that you've said that, before you even brought that up, I was thinking Starlight might actually want to get one of them eventually, because that's just her. She's a bleeding heart like that. She would want to give back, and if that is Stillwell's kid, who's the best couple to raise that kid right now, or to have them interact with? That would be very interesting.
I would imagine, yeah. I mean, because Edgar couldn't know about that, because Stan Edgar would probably want that kid. It's gonna be like
he's pretty much like the Nightcrawler, so has a good ability.
That'd be pretty
Yeah.
crazy. And then we also find out, mind blown, that Victoria Newman is basically Stan Edgar's adopted daughter, like we were saying. Like he said, technically he wasn't allowed to adopt her. It was complicated. What did he mean by that, AK?
I don't know. I need the backstory. I need to find out what did they call the place? The red something or other?
Red River Ranch.
I need to figure out what the hell happened there. I'm thinking since we saw Edgar in another capacity with another team, he was probably the cleanup crew coordinator that came in for whatever happened. So he probably had eyes on her for a little while, because you could tell from his level of swag, we'll say, that a few years have gone by in between each situation. So he was probably watching her since that incident and decided on the right time to go get her after whatever happened. I just need the backstory. There's no way to actually call what might happen with them. It's going to be interesting, though, and I'm here for all of it.
How twisted is that Victoria is his daughter? Like, this means that all those senators' heads being blown up last season was all orchestrated by him, Phantom.
Is it much of a surprise?
I mean,
That's what he has over Homelander. His connections, we don't know what they are yet, but they're big.
that's just, yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see how they pan all this out. And like I said, I'm positive that he has his own suit. Even if he didn't have a superpower, he's probably got some of those V-24s that are better than any of the other ones that he's able to
You know,
chase.
not even just better. He's probably got a few that could be custom tailored specifically for him for specific powers. He would be the one to orchestrate that shit.
Jake says him and Starlight could raise that power.
Jake is trying to marry Starlight.
Oh, who isn't? Are you kidding me? Amazing.
I don't blame you. She
Absolutely
cute.
amazing.
She cute.
Oh, what the hell? What was the point of that metal detector at the gun show, Phantom?
Bruh.
I have no
What was
idea.
the point? He's like, oh, nice piece. Come on in. Like, wait a minute. And it's just so you could see everybody's shit. Like, what? That was just so dumb. That was amazing. Is Butcher out of his mind talking to a soup like that? Like, what did he think was going to happen? Like, you mess with this universe's version of Deadshot, and that's exactly how it's going to go down. He's going to shoot your ass.
I was wondering what his ability was, honestly, and then I'm like, okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, that makes sense that he would be on the team if that's what his skill was.
Sharpshooter, yeah. He got them angles. But how twisted was that like Homelander scene where he, instead of saving the girl, ended up making her jump? I was like, Jesus, like this show is going dark.
Yo, where was the PR team once this shit leaked to the internet? Why were y'all's hackers not scrubbing everything from the web once you noticed that happen? Why did you let that go live? At that moment in time, as soon as I saw that, I said, oh, this motherfucker about to go off. And Ashley called it too, because she saw the shit coming. Like, ugh.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh no, and then did you see how high like the blood splatter and pieces of body went up after she hit the ground? Oh my god! I was like, yo, this show is just awful.
Like the payout that's coming from Vought to her family is gonna be very substantial.
Maybe, I mean, she was gonna jump. It's not really Vaught's fault that she did. It's just the Homelander didn't save it. Like maybe he wasn't up there, and maybe
DJ,
nobody knew.
DJ.
Yeah.
He was up there specifically because it was his yearly service thing to do on his birthday. That was a little blonde teenage white girl.
Right.
Her family's getting a check.
Yeah, but they don't know that Homelander ever made it there. Like, yeah, the team was down there, but it's all a setup. Like it's supposed to be a setup.
They had the camera crew there,
Right.
and with a whole huge ass crowd.
Right. And they did, but the crowd never saw Homelander. Like he swooped up from above and was up there with her. Nobody down there knew that Homelander was up there. And if they thought that, they'd have been like, well, he would have saved her, and then it would have been a whole nother thing that they've been talking about. So I don't think. I mean, it was there for a PR stunt, but I think he's just going to play it like he didn't get there in time, or he was saving somebody else, or yeah, I don't know. I don't think that they can blame it on him not saving her because I don't think they can prove he was up there. But that was
people have gotten checks for less in those situations, though. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so sick. Yeah, I mean, if they put two and two together, how's your whole camera team there and not the freaking star, but hero?
It's not going to be put together.
All because Homelander saw that Stormfront had committed suicide, and of course he makes it all about him. Like, she wouldn't do that to me, not on my birthday.
On my birthday.
Even now he makes it all about himself. That's just sicko. Oh, it's fantastic. But I felt Mother's Milk when that smoke detector went off. Like, dude, sometimes those things will not shut up. And we see Mother's Milk is still wrestling with some demons anyway. Like, I don't know. He's going to have to slay these demons before he moves on with his life. So we know right here and there he's going to be joining back up with the team. But I was feeling him when he was knocking the shit out of that smoke detector. I've felt that way myself sometimes.
Why? Why? Okay, but his daughter was there.
Oh,
No,
so
you keep
annoying.
your shit together, sir.
Just quit making noise. Shut up. Oh, I get it. Huey actually gets up the nerve to show up at work, and Victoria's instantly grilling him. Like, luckily, Starlight shows up and puts on a great show that Victoria totally bought. But I don't know. That kid's got a future in pictures. She's a great actor. But what would have happened if she didn't show up, fandom? Looks like Victoria was all over Huey.
Pretty much.
I mean, she's gonna bust her. That is she gonna end up finding out that Huey was there and Huey saw everything?
I mean, almost, and then Starlight came out of nowhere. And it seemed like he was handling the situation well.
No, he's never gonna.
Was he?
Cracking under pressure.
Yeah, he was not handling that well. Starlight, she only stepped in because she felt she had to.
Oh,
and she definitely needed to. Because he
and
was about to trip up.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was the perfect back and forth. I thought, like, oh, this kid has definitely got a future in pitching.
Here's a question for y'all. Do you think that she might have a little thing for Huey, though?
Oh, for sure.
Because at the beginning,
he was stealing
like,
his sandwiches and crap. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, woman?
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, that looked for her, anyway, that was flirting. Huey doesn't see it because Huey is Huey and he don't know how to see that shit. But, yeah. Okay, I thought it was just me. I just want to make sure.
The very next thing I have written down is it me or is Victoria thirsting a little bit over PG?
Oh, she thirsty. She hella thirsty.
When she dropped that talking about he shouldn't be afraid of powerful women line, I was like, oh my god.
I see, and I didn't do any reactions for this one. I said, oh bitch, that's a challenge. That is a fucking challenge.
Thirst trap right
there.
Yo,
Starlight's gonna have to see her about that eventually.
You're hitting on my man. And I like how Huey loses it for a minute and then casually slides in that he may have signed them up to adopt a child. I was like, just hit on the back end. We might be getting a kid. I was like, what? Oh, her face with him was priceless. I was loving it. But how about Todd's little bitch ass? Like, hey, Marvin, you want to stay for some sort of Homelander special? I have some brats on the grill. I'm like, no, motherfucker, you're already giving the sausage to my woman. I'm good. Oh,
talk about somebody else that don't know how to read the room.
Oh, I'm like, are you out of your mind, little man? Just stay out of my way. Like,
at least he ain't like a dickhead though, because he can be a dickhead about it.
He is being a good stepdad. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be. Yeah, he could just be doing it in his own way. Like, yeah, I got your woman, so let me just act like nothing's happening here. Like, ignorant to the situation. Like, you know. Oh, but Butcher is nursing a bullet that he finally starts feeling Petite Huey may be right. Like, I'm up here getting shot. Like, maybe Huey's got the right of it. I need to slow down a little bit. Right up until Huey reveals that his new boss is the head poppin' Sue and basically Stan Edgar's daughter. And that actually flips it. Like, Huey is like, oh no, it's time to do it your way, Butcher. And Butcher's like, oh, that was everything he needed to hear.
The change that came over his face, I was like, Huey, you motherfucking idiot. Because now we're about to get Butcher unhinged, high on Compound V. The world does not need that.
Oh, that was fantastic. And did you think that when Butcher went to confront Gunpowder that he had already taken the V fandom?
No, I don't think so. He took it after.
No, I mean, he had taken it, obviously. Because
the second time, fandom. The second time in the garage.
Did you know he was there? Because I was like, what are you doing facing this guy? Like, obviously, he's going to shoot you.
Oh, yeah, I definitely knew that he took it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I didn't realize he had taken it yet. And then all of a sudden, you see those.
Because it was at that point, I'm like, you really this early going to take it? I thought it was going to be like at least halfway through the season. But the moment he showed back up, I'm like, yeah, he took it. He was just too calm. Yeah. He was way too calm.
He went prepared.
See, he knew it. I wasn't ready for that. I was like, what are you doing facing this man with all these guns? Yep, we saw it. And then Butcher gets Gunpowder to admit that Soldier Boy story is a farce and that they were working with the CIA, and the one in charge was none other than Grace Mallory, the Colonel. I was like, oh, they're dropping all kinds of bombs on us now. Oh, you know Butcher ain't happy. So he goes ham on that man. And, like, deep down, like we were saying earlier, is he any better than Homelander? Like, he started in on him, and he did not want to stop. I mean, he had it coming, but, man, like, is he any better than Homelander?
He low-key set it up for Homelander to be blamed for it.
Yeah, I don't even know if he meant to, but he did, yeah, when he zapped that car in half.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm saying, two sides of the same coin.
That was too much. That was way too much.
Well, I mean, this man did shoot him. Like, he was trying to kill him, and then he
Up
did shoot
until
him
this
again.
point, it's like, did he even like do anything like that terrible? Besides
He shot
his no, but before then, it's like we don't like. I don't think they even gave that much history that he has done for it to merit that much of a beat down to the point that he literally just like lasered like half his freaking face off.
This man,
Okay, but that's the point of it all there though. That's why there's not too big of a difference. It's a fine line in between Butcher and Homelander.
absolutely. Not to mention, if you shoot me in the leg, and then I come back and you shoot me 3 more times in the chest, I might just zap you in half with my eyeball.
Is that equal?
Okay, but you still get to live, DJ. You still get to walk another day.
Hey,
Come on, man.
He was not trying to let him live when he shot him 3 times in the chest. He was trying to kill that man. Like, you don't get it here. You shoot me twice, the third time is on me. First time, shame on me. Second time, shame on you, motherfucker. You going down.
Yeah, I agree with what Jake is saying here. I think Soldier Boy is pretty much Winter Soldier right now.
He's definitely not dead. That's for sure. Oh, Butcher was hitting that guy, and I kept saying, enough, Butcher, enough.
Yeah, because like the sounds
brutal.
just kept getting squishier and squishier.
You were hearing his teeth come out. Like, it was amazing.
Right, like, bro, come on now, chill.
Hey, like I said, this man shoots me 2 different times. He gotta go.
Yo, you know what this reminds me of? John Walker.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey,
a
little bit.
Yep, definitely. And it's all there.
Good
I
comparison.
keep on saying Hawkeye. Freaking a Falcon Winter Soldier, damn.
Oh, and how sweet was it to see that Homelander loses shit like that? Like, I was just like Todd, like just glued to the screen when he was sitting there going ham on the microphone in front of everybody. Like, you aren't the heroes, I'm the heroes. You guys suck. I'm the great one. Like, oh, sick Todd was into it, just glued to the screen, and so was I. I was like, what is he doing? He is off the rails right
Nah,
now.
Todd was glued to the scene.
Todd's a
because he's a
fan.
fanboy, yeah.
Yeah, you see, he had the costume on at the birthday party.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was such a great ending. Like, how is Vought going to spin this? Like, you can't just dump Homelander. He's the most powerful of all the supes. So, like, or is he? Like, is Victoria powerful enough to implode his head?
They could do it the same way they did Stormlight. It only takes a little bit to make up some shit to get that bad image out there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could, but then we see what happens if you get rid of Homelander. What he's going to do? Like, we see what he tells Starlight.
I mean,
that's what I was saying the whole time. Like,
how's that different than any other day, though? He can still go off the rails, even being with Vought.
So, what do we think, Phantom? Is Victoria enough to implode his head, or is like his skin going to be too tough?
I don't know. No. Because seeing how when you rewatch season 2, the way how she was like doing that whole speech, and Homeland appeared, like she was dead, had her like eyes on him, like she knows that she can do something to him. So I'm still thinking like she could do something to him.
She thinks, but does that mean that she can actually do it? Like, she thinks she can. It doesn't mean it's actually true.
Because with her powers, this is mainly from internal or outer, internal or external. That's the question.
Right. I mean, that's how they got rid of Translucent, was putting it back up inside him and blowing from inside out. And so if that's how her powers work, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like Homelander might be too strong for her.
What do y'all think that's what they might try to use Termite for?
Try to get her inside her to blow her up?
No, not her.
No,
Homelander.
Oh, Homelander? Oh,
yeah, because he's basically Vought property now.
Right, and he's that freak. I mean, he's swinging both ways, so it could definitely happen. I mean, oh man, definitely. That's some shit. Oh, so that was absolutely episode 2. We're gonna see what you guys remember from that one. If you know what's up, write it down below. What was the Deeps movie being shown on What
Not
was
Without My Dolphin.
That was the name of the movie. Job well done. What was the channel it was being shown on?
Lifetime?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
What was the Deeps movie being shown on?
Damn, was it on Lifetime? Shit.
I think it was on their equivalent of Lifetime, but I don't remember what the network name was.
Absolutely correct. Oh, that's it. Just right there. So if you know that one, write it down below. What was the deal called that got fans backstage to see the Crimson Countess? What was that called? What could you buy to go backstage to see the Crimson Countess?
Some stupid pass. I don't
What was the
remember.
name of that? You know, write it down below. What is Supersonic's real name?
I don't know, something simple like Billy or some shit.
Maybe something simple like that. Oh, yep, absolutely. Soldier Boy. They said he was basically the second strongest one next to Homelander, so he might give Homelander a run for his money when he comes back. We have to see
He
how
might
that
be
pans
even
out.
more souped up when he comes back.
Yeah. But I mean, they did say that the gun worked on him, and it might not work on Homelander. So Homelander is supposed to be a little bit stronger, but
Bullshit on that gun.
Yeah, that gun didn't work on nothing.
he said, "I'm calling him bullshit." Oh, if you know Supersonic's name, write it down below. What gun that Gunpowder and Dorritz did Billy supposedly buy that had a smooth trigger pull? What gun did Billy say he bought of Gunpowder's that had a smooth trigger pull?
I forget. I almost want to say some form of Tommy gun, but that's
It wasn't
not
a
right.
gun named after him, was it, or something?
Something named after something. You know that
Yeah,
answer right down below.
it's a popular name if I remember correctly. I just can't remember it.
And last but not least, what was the name of the girl Homelander made jump off the roof?
Susie?
That is incorrect. Ooh, I stumped him on this one.
Was it Karen?
No,
No,
it wasn't that.
I only have like 6 lines of notes on this one. I don't know. The events had me enraptured.
Isn't that funny? And I had exactly 6 trivia questions on this one. Oh, if you know that one, write it down below in the comment section. What was the girl's name that jumped off the roof? Oh, and we're going to keep it moving. We just got one more to go. Season 3, Episode 3. And we're going to bring it in. This one is called Barbary Coast. And man, I forgot what an awful pageant harpy Mama Donna was. Like, your little girl is telling you she's in pain and basically tell her to get over it. Like, how sick were you at her over that, AK?
That shit made me so mad all over again. Like, I still don't feel bad for that bitch being dropped off as just a random person that Starlight might talk to every now and then. Ugh. She just bothers my whole existence.
Oh, it was so evil. And it kind of seemed like Homelander's speech hit a little nerve with Starlight. Like, she seemed to understand where he was coming from about, like, being told what to do by other people and rich people his whole life. And it seemed like Starlight was kind of feeling that speech a little bit. Fandom, what do you think?
Of course. So you saw in the previous scene, like, she didn't, like, own herself at all. It was pretty much her mom's life. And then within the first season, like, she learned, like, wait a minute. So God didn't, like, give me these abilities. It was you who did this. And then with the whole, her father left because of this whole situation. Yeah.
That's messed up. And she's not the only one. Like, Homelander got a big bump in the polls for actually being himself. Like, so everybody was kind of feeling that speech. Like, he actually did better.
Welcome to America.
And how dangerous is this going to get? And was Butcher beating Gunpowder to death like a side effect of the V, or just his regular rage ramped up a bit? What do you think, Fandom?
I think it's a bit of both.
Same.
Absolutely, a little bit of both. Like, the side effects were doing it. So do we think that the Butcher's side effects are going to get worse if he keeps taking the V, or is this pretty much what it's going to be, AK?
I think this is probably what it's going to be. Like, beyond these events, I don't have too much of the source material knowledge. So I'm expecting, though, that they're definitely all eventually going to end up taking it. And I think they're going to keep juicing as long as they can get whatever they can get.
I can't wait to see Frenchie all souped up.
It's going to be... You know what? I think Frenchie's going to be the one to handle it the best.
Probably.
All the shit he's had in his veins. This shit might be the thing that gives him all of the clarity in the world, and he becomes like the super genius instead of just doing demolitions.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be interesting.
Has he been like drug free for like ages now, French, or no?
Has he been?
Has he been drug free?
Yeah, seems like he has.
Or am I tripping?
No, he has been. He's been hanging out with Kimiko. He was all into the drugs with Simone Cherie.
Oh yeah.
So now that
he's trying to keep it clean for her.
So if he has been, like if he does take the V, then it's like who knows about like the whole side effects there. But also with Butcher, it's pretty much been like all pent up anger and stuff. Because ever since season 2, he hasn't been killing Soup. So this is pretty much like the first ever Soup he's able to kill. On top of that, he's juiced
so he
up.
went off. Yeah.
Absolutely. I believe it. Oh, I gotta love the Butcher, and I agree. Like with Butcher, like it's good to see all the boys back together under the roof. I was good. Glad to see the crew get back
It
together.
it was.
Right. It's messed up, but was I the only one who was laughing when Kimiko broke Huey's arm? Like I could not stop laughing how hard
Nope.
he did that.
I
Oh my
thought
God.
I should have wrote the line down, but I thought Mother's Milk had like the best line in that show. Damn it! Oh, what the fuck was it? Basically, but when he asked Kimiko to break his arm, Mother's Milk was like, "What the fuck? See, something and bat crazy since I've been back
Yeah.
here."
Oh yeah, he's like I've been back
I
3
thought
minutes and
that
everything was back
summed it
crazy.
up. Yeah, that summed it up perfectly. Like, dude, you can't just drop a question like that without a full explanation first. So yeah, that was about to be some nonsense.
Starlight is starting to feel out her role though as co-captain of the team and starting to flex a little bit on Ashley and company, like who are trying to keep Homelander happy. But this is definitely going to be a problem sooner or later, isn't it, Phantom?
Yep, most definitely. Because at this point now, especially that Homelander's numbers have skyrocketed, it's like, well, at one point you said, well, Starlight's numbers was good, she was co-captain, but now it's Homelander's numbers are up. So it's like, who is the board really going to be, okay? It's going to be
Yeah.
Starlight, it's going to be Homelander.
I mean, we just saw what gave Starlight the power was her numbers being up there. So now that Homelander's power numbers are back up, it's going to be a thing. It looks
he has
like
a license to be a douche now, I think, so
Oh,
he's gonna push
boy.
that as much as he can.
It looks like Frenchie's made his choice. Like Cherie needed help to escape, and of course he was quick to give it. But when she asked him to come with her, he just bowed his head. He could never leave his Kimiko at this point. That ain't
You gotta respect the man. You gotta respect the man for that. And for real, why would you want to? If he goes with Sherry, he's back in that fuck shit in a life of being a toxic motherfucker, high and shit on drugs all the time. He stays with Kimiko, his life is infinitely better on every level.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Starlight also tries to warn Supersonic to stay, like, he says being selected to the 7 is no party. Like, it's no picnic, and she's trying to save him from that. Will that be him, like, creating waves, basically ignoring her and just trying to buddy up to Homelander at some point, Phantom? Or
Can't even really buddy up with Homelander anymore.
You think he's going to stay on Starlight's side no matter what?
Pretty much.
Not trying to not stab her in the back at some point?
No, I don't see it's gonna happen though. I can see him trying. We were talking about this earlier, I think, when AK stepped away, where it's like he's gonna be by her side if like anything like Homelander might do something stupid.
That's what's gonna get him killed.
And we were saying that like that's really gonna get him killed from that.
Absolutely, that'll what's happened. If he tries to stay by her side and stand up to Homelander, he's gone.
She even like later in the episode, she even warns him. She's like, "Oh, you don't want this life."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so does it.
Run while you can, get away while you can. And can I just say that Little Ryan is a horrible Connect 4 player? Like he totally just gave Kimiko the win. If you're paying attention, like he put that thing in the wrong spot. Like, how are you gonna play this game this often and be this bad? Come on, I love Connect 4.
Was he
I don't
winning?
think he did it. I don't think he did it on purpose.
Oh, he's terrible.
Because
he put it in the wrong spot. Her next thing is going to be a Connect 4 if you see that scene. All she has to do is drop in the right spot. I'm like, how do you not block that, Ryan? Play this game this much.
Because he's finally talking to someone that knows exactly how he's feeling. He's not paying attention to the game.
All right, I'll give you that.
He's making a genuine connection. That's big sis right there now.
Yeah, the two definitely bond over the fact that neither one of them is happy to have their special powers, so I can take that. Yeah.
She was getting ready to body slam him though.
I mean, if she had to, he was going full laser eyes. You know, she was just being cautious with her family. I can't blame her.
And inside, Butcher gives up the sickest line of the season, what I thought, when Mallory asked if he'd really signed the death warrants of dozens of innocent people just to get what he wanted. And he says, I'm embarrassed for the both of us that you're even asking that. I was like, that is so cool. My man Butcher is just dropping dimes. Like, I'm embarrassed.
That's that fuck shit. That's that fuck shit with him though, because he deems himself fit enough to hold up the mirror to everybody else. But then when somebody tries to tell him about himself, it's always, no, this person did that, this person did that, so I had to come in and do. You didn't have to do shit. Shut up, Billy.
Oh my god. Yeah,
he's so extra.
That was so the greatest line ever. Like, I'm embarrassed for the both of us that you even had to ask that. Like, That was so clean in that spot. I was like,
Like, bitch, do you know who you talking to? Come on.
oh, he is
Come
the
on.
man. You already know.
You
So
know
Butcher
who I
gets Mallory
am,
to
Colonel.
come clean about a certain past mission, and we see that they tried to reintegrate the Supes in the military, and it did not seem to be the perfect fit that you think it was. Like, how could the Supes be so bad at war? Like, this should be your bang zone. What are you doing?
No, they picked the wrong soups. That's the thing.
I don't
True.
think that's it. It's they're not training these guys for actual wars. They know nothing about that. That's why they come out there all jokey and immature, because they're all
Oh
cocky.
yeah, because
So
like what
they-
Edgar
so
said
they
in the
don't
first
care.
episode, they're just egotistic individuals.
Yeah, they're not they don't get the actual soldier training. They don't get that type of discipline to hold themselves accountable or responsible for what they should be doing there. So yeah, that's a bad idea. If you're if you actually want to actively train some Supes to do that, then do that. But don't just randomly pick some motherfuckers because you like their powers and you think they're strong, and then you put them in a war zone. That don't work out.
It didn't work out. And it looks, I mean, as we see with all of them, like, none of these Supes are really brought up right. Like, even Starlight had a mother and father there, and even she's all messed up. I mean, at least she's a
'Cause
good
her mom's
person deep down,
ambitious.
but yeah, she's messed up. So these Supes never got brought up. We saw out at Red River Ranch, like, you got the one woman sitting there on crutches. She didn't fall downstairs. One of them Supes' kids hurt her and broke her leg, I'm sure. So you can't really raise these kids like normal kids, so they're just growing up doing whatever they want. So by the time they're old enough to be in war, of course they're out there acting a donkey, because who's ever going to tell them what to do or how to be, because the little kid could just hurt them, like we see what happened out at Red River Ranch.
Which is another thing. Why do you have regular humans babysitting these kids? That just that does not make sense.
Well, Supes can't be bothered. They're off doing their own thing. And they
And
never
they're
got brought up
assholes.
proper, so how are they going to bring up anybody else? So yeah, that's just a whole round robin of just fucking
Sure enough.
unbelievable. But it was definitely cool getting to see the Black Noir without his mask on. That was kind of tight.
That's such a big change from what it actually is in the graphic novel.
Really.
He's a complete clone of Homelander,
Oh,
but
wow.
he's stronger. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still not sure what they changed that for, but I guess we'll see eventually.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays. Or maybe he is
I
stronger
mean, he
than
could still
Homelander.
be, honestly. Who knows?
Yeah, he might still be stronger than Homelander. We don't even know. We haven't seen that yet. But we do see Stan Edgar hasn't changed over the years. Like, he was an asshole back then, and he's an asshole now. Talking about, have your men bring us some water to our tents. Fuck
No,
you.
no. He didn't say bring us water. He said fetch us some water.
Oh, right.
And that word was very specific because he was talking to this white girl that thought
Yeah.
had a power over him. He corrected that shit real quick.
Oh, that was incredible. I was just like, bitch, get your own water. You got your mind coming into my shit talking to me like that? Like, yeah. Oh,
With
that was
all of the swag in the world, she talking about, well, I'm going to go over here. Basically, she said, I'm going to go tell on you. And he pulled out the paper like, you know what? Won't you
There you
take
go.
this with you while you make that phone call?
Yeah, go tell this. Go tell this. I was like, move good. But speaking of effing, like, how creepy was the Deep just sitting there talking dirty with an octopus while he's trying to get his nut off and wipe it?
Bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. And she knew it too. She knew it too. As soon as... Oh, first of all, the shit was just nasty because, bro, you literally sitting there damn near fucking this octopus because the octopus was into it, okay? And then you said that nonsense, and she kind of just like stopped after he said it, and then later on that came back to bite him in the ass because I don't think wifey is as innocent as she want all of us to think, because she smiled very deviously when he was made to sit at that table and eat all that nasty ass seafood.
Oh my god. That was so wrong and morbid. We're gonna
Just-
talk about it, but my god.
And that's what he get. I still didn't feel bad for the Deep right there, man. Fuck, but yeah, we'll talk about it when we get there.
Absolutely just ridiculous. Oh my god, that scene is ridiculous. We then see Homelander has had enough. Like, he's not taking any shit any longer. Like, when Starlight tried to threaten him with the video, he just called her bluff. He said, do it, and watch the hell that I rain down on this earth. And she was like, oh shit, yeah, he really could do that. Like, uh-oh. Like, just
She
called
low-key
her
should have
bluff.
known better.
Right? And that's what I've been thinking this whole time. Like, what are they really going to do? If this man decides to go ham, we have no weapons that can stop him. So what's anybody ever really going to do with this man, family?
Absolutely nothing
There's no stopping.
until we figure out a way to do such thing.
It's a head game.
Try to find that gun. And what is wrong with that little boy? Like, just trying to walk into a locked bathroom? Like, Butcher told you to stay out. Like, you know someone's in there. Like, there's nobody teaching this little boy any manners.
See, I question that because that just doesn't seem like something he would do. And Mallory obviously is teaching him manners. I mean, we from what we've seen so far, that kid's been an upstanding kid. So it's weird. I feel like that might just be a part of Butcher's paranoia that was happening right then and there. Like, I think the kid was out there talking to him, definitely, but trying to jiggle the lock and walk in, I don't know. I question that part.
Yeah, that was too much. I was like, you don't act like that. That's messed up. And how messed up was it that Huey had to tell Starlight to stay there just when, like, he just got done telling you how dangerous it is and how dangerous Homelander's becoming, and, like, you're just doing it because you're tired of losing? Like, what? What was that about, AK?
It was the way he said it. It was the way he said it that made me want to push my hand in the screen and smack the fuck out of him.
Smack the shit out of
You
him.
know, this woman just told you that the motherfucker that assaulted her is about to be put back on the team. It's some extracurricular shit going down. She doesn't have the leverage over Homelander that she had anymore. She's trying to save herself without having to go through a whole bunch of fuck shit to get things corrected. Again, like we've had to do for the previous 2 seasons. And this is your response to her? And he knows he's wrong. You saw the look on his face after he said it. He in classic Huey form, he apologized. But then, of course, said, this is just the way it has to be. We're always 2 steps behind. We can't lose anymore. Who the fuck is we?
Yeah,
I don't have to be here just because you need to connect.
Exactly. Like, we don't need
Kiss
to
my
keep
ass on that bullshit.
You know how dangerous this man is, and you want me to just stand up there and just keep fake
Exactly.
smiling in his face? Like, are you out your mind? Oh, Huey, that was a bad look. That was such a bad look.
He's low key pushing her into Homeboy's arms.
Yeah, right? That's what I was
it
thinking.
it probably won't happen, but he basically just opened the door.
Oh, he's
Because
messing
that's
up.
a really
He's
fuck
messing
shit
up.
reaction to have.
Absolutely. And now a boy that actually does have superpowers is going to be there and try to catch her back. Like, how is she not going to start catching some feelings? So,
Yep.
Yeah, little Ryan might have known something was wrong with Butcher, and that's why he's worried. But still, I mean, just trying to get into a locked door in the bathroom.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta interrupt. Jake, correct yourself. Say that to any victim that has been sexually assaulted, and I guarantee you they will knee you in the nuts and you would deserve it. Correct that shit.
The kid had super hearing and X-ray vision. He may have known Butcher wasn't okay. Yeah, he could smell the poison in his blood. Absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't like them calling it rape, and what he does was wrong, but it wasn't rape. Yeah.
Yes, the
Yeah,
fuck it
that's
was.
rape, because no
That's
consent
rape.
happened,
That's
yeah.
there was no consent. That was something taken from
How can
her.
you say there was no? Yeah,
That
that's
was
not
it,
the
yeah.
stuff you want to get into. But I'm
Correct
kind
your
of.
shit.
I'm a little
Correct your
bit on-
shit, Jake.
I'm a little bit on Jake's side with this one because she did like he said.
Look up the original definition of that word. It means to take something from someone that they
But he
did
didn't
not
take
really
it.
give to
He just
you.
whipped it out and said, "You want to be a superstar or not?" And she made that decision. He didn't shove it in her mouth. He whipped it out and said,
Did
"You want to be a
really
part
just
of
make that excuse for what just
it."
happened?
So that's the way I see it. Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
like I said,
All
I'm not
right,
talking
all
about
right,
victims
yeah,
or anything.
yeah.
Like I said, this is a sticky situation, but it's not like he grabbed her and
There's
forced
nothing
her.
sticky about it. There's nothing sticky about it. It is exactly right. He pressured her into that shit.
He pressured her. I'll give you that. He definitely
That's-
pressured her, but he gave her the choice. He said, "Do you want to be a part of the team or not?" And then she did it. It wasn't
That
like he
wasn't
grabbed her
a
and forced
choice.
her.
That,
Well, of
that you
course
know
it
what?
was. She didn't have to be on the 7. She could have walked out right then. She made a choice, didn't she? Oh man, like I said, yeah, that's a sticky one. That is rough. That's terrible. That's just a sticky situation. That was kind of I don't know, and that's why they put it in here because they were trying to catch all the feels with all the things in this one. Oh man. That wasn't a fucking choice. Yeah, wasn't trying to catch any hard feelings on that one. Like I said, they would put in all the sticky situations in this one and try to make it. But someone said that's not a choice either. She's on AK's side. Oh, I'll catch y'all later. Yep, sorry to upset you so much on that one. Not trying to catch any feelings. It's just, like I said, we all see all different sides of it. And yeah, that's the way I saw it. We got JD out there in the chat. What's up, Dragon? I didn't even see you out
Hey.
there. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Oh, right in the stickiest of all sticky situations. Just trying to have a good time on here and see all sides of it and talk about it. But yeah, some things are going to touch some nerves and touch just a little too tight. Sorry, I had to go there. But A-Train shows how down for the cause he really isn't, because he was willing to do absolutely nothing for anybody but himself. And what's going to happen with A-Train by the end of this, Phantom?
He has to go and reconnect with his actual roots. Not actually roots, the freaking TV series though. But yep, going back on his brother, because I think we haven't seen him back in since season 1, I believe. I don't think he was there in season 2.
And it sounds like he used to work for Vought. Did he work for Vought just trying to help A-Train, like coach A-Train and running and stuff? Or do you think he actually had a different position in Vought?
I don't think he was working for Vought. He was just like A-Train's trainer mainly.
You just think he was his trainer trying to help him? Because he said he says now that he's working with kids that he's happier than he ever was when he was working with Vought.
So did he? Maybe I didn't catch that.
What's up, Nixie PX? I see you out there. Or PK, I mean. I was like, I'm blind as a bat. It's blurred. What's up, Nixie? Good to see you out there. Welcome back. Welcome back. Are you watching the boys out there? Oh, we got Jackie C out in the chat. What's up? What's up? It's been a while. All the Game of Thrones back in the house. Everybody getting ready for House of the Dragon, or are we just done with Game of Thrones? What's up with everybody out there? But it looks like Frenchie's in a bit of a spot as Gangster Nina's henchmen like snatch him up. Like, did we think Frenchie was going to be in for it in this one, Phantom?
I really didn't want this Russian plot. I was like, come on, I don't want no filler in this damn season. Just give me the good stuff. When the moment he didn't go on the offer, I'm like, good, we're not gonna have any filler this season. And then boom, the Russian guy pulled up. I'm like, damn it. But at least it actually aligned with the actual plot, because now they have to go to Russia with Soldier Boy. So I'm like, all right. So it makes sense now. I'm all right now.
Oh, absolutely. We definitely got the bar in effect back here. All kinds of good stuff to drink. Absolutely. We be sipping. We be sipping. A-Train needs to find something to do. Yeah, exactly. He's something to do besides run fast. He can't even run fast anymore. He said his heart might explode if he keeps doing it. So got to get off of that track. Oh, getting ready for the second chance. Yep, I'm getting ready for the second chance. Good. What's up? What's up? We got JD, man. Just here to chill. Don't really care for House of the Dragon. Season 6 and 8 burn out. Yeah, a lot of people were turned off by those last couple. We'll see how many come back. What's up? What's good with it? But yeah, and this, man, The Boys, I'm telling you, this is like my new favorite show. Absolutely loving every minute of it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we had to get Frenchie doing something, but I don't know if we needed, I don't know. Maybe this Nina thing is going to turn into a thing, and we actually did need that set up. But I don't know about it so far. But little Ryan seems to have all the abilities his dad has, like even able to smell Butcher's blood like that. Like, is he going to end up being stronger than Homelander in the end if he grows up to be that, if he gets to grow up?
Yeah, most likely. As they say, like, as well as it, Ultron said, humans create their children and their children replace their creator, and the cycle keeps spinning. So most likely he will. But depends on when the hell is Homelander going to die this season, huh?
Oh, man. We can't have Homelander die. He's the top 3. But Billy had to take a timeout during Mallory's big reveal. Like, how big a problem are these side effects going to be throughout the season, do you think?
Man, had like diarrhea or something. And it was so abruptly when it happened. He was like, I gotta go. I'm like, what? They really just stopped this whole thing. He's like,
wait a minute. I gotta, and don't come in here. Like, wait a minute, what is happening to this man, and how bad a thing is that going to be? How sad was it, though, when, like, Butcher had to break little Ryan's heart? Like, that was so brutal at the end. Like, I know he was doing it to keep him safe, but didn't he go a little too far with that?
It really was. I feel like Colonel, like, Mallory, like, she knew, sort of. Like, she knew, like, he didn't mean it. Of course, he didn't, and the dude just took off. And then he just took off the chain, just, like, ripped it and just threw on the floor. I'm like, damn, son, they can do that to this kid.
Heartbreaking.
And the kid doesn't even know that Butcher like saw the video that he created that included like his Becca's voicemail that she left, and he made it
Oh,
into like a Lego thing. I'm like, oh,
just getting me in all the feels. I was like, God dang, yeah, that was rough. He's like, and where did you even get that? That was awesome. That was a cool little video for a little kid to make.
it's
But
probably
how
like the
much?
last voicemail, and then he just like edited out the recording.
Right? Oh, little kids are technology studs these days. Oh, how messed up was that dinner though that Homelander put on? Like we were talking about earlier, like him comparing himself to Dr. Martin Luther King with everybody slurping down all the Deep's little buddies. Like poor little Timothy. That was so
Oh
morbid.
my gosh! And I think just like you were talking about earlier with AK, it's like I feel like the wife like got like revenge because when they were having sex, the whole squid thing. So it was like, oh, this is kind of like payback.
You think she knew that that was Timothy on the window talking all that? Oh, talking about working with all those arms. What do you mean, all my arms? Like that was amazing. That was amazing. Yeah, he didn't have to do that. That was just disgusting. I would have said I have some important stuff to do. I got to go for a minute. I'll be gone. Yeah, I don't know. That is ruthless. Poor Billy.
Homelander would just sit him right down.
Also messed up is like Huey trying to bond with Butcher and Butcher just puking in his face and in his mouth right there. Like that was disgusting. Almost lost it on that one. Like he's trying to like just buddy up and be like, "Hey, you got it right. We should be doing it." And then like in mid sentence, he pukes in your mouth. Like, God.
Always the
Oh,
wrong place, wrong time with you.
I'm telling you. And what was with that ending? Like, one, why would Starlight ever agree to that? And two, like, isn't this pretty much all Huey's fault? Like, didn't he set this up by telling her to stay there?
I mean, at first he was against it. Then she was like, but she just wasn't fully aware. Like again, first she had the leverage. Now she just doesn't. From that whole speech at the end of episode 2, it's now just a matter of time before this happens. And now she just pretty much has to wait until they go to Russia, find out what the hell happened to Soldier Boy, and that's truly their leverage. Try to like at least almost kill Homelander and be like, okay, we have a weapon, we almost killed you, or kill Homelander. That's your only options.
And it looks like she's all in for the fake, like faking like they're still friends. Like she grabbed him and kissed him, and now that's gonna mess with Homelander's mind, like thinking that she really does like him. So that's gonna be a whole new thing.
Nah, he pretty much knows that she doesn't like him.
Oh man, I don't know if that kiss, yeah, is that gonna mess with his mind a little bit? We already know he's twisted and a narcissist, so yeah, that's gonna be crazy. That is gonna be crazy. I can't wait to see where it goes from season 4. Everybody's all in on poor Timothy though. Like, oh, they think Jake thinks it might be the wife was jealous of the squid.
Yeah.
It's like she's probably the one who chose Timothy for the Deep's meal. That is messed up. And she texts him, "Just eat the squid." Like that was just so.
That was crazy.
That was absolutely morbid. But yeah, all she can do is play the game at this point. I mean, she's kind of stuck in it. Jackie C's right. Like, I mean, what can you do at this point? Because this man could kill you at any second, and he's already let you know he don't care anymore. He's off the deep end. There's no chain on this man anymore. He's ready to do what he wants when he wants. And is there anything more dangerous than a Homelander off his leash?
I don't think so.
Starlight's got to keep the numbers up. There you go. That she saw that's how you keep the power is like getting your poll numbers up, and she's already cracked the record. So she knows if she can get those numbers back over Homelanders, that'll put her back in charge. So yeah, absolutely. Oh, I can't wait to see how they fiddle back and forth with this. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I know we went a little bit longer. It was 3 episodes, so we had to get it all in. I know we got to get fandom off to work, but
oh, I don't work. That's why I was in like.
Right?
Nah.
Oh well, thank God.
If not, I would have been vanished.
Right? I was kind of looking at the time, like Jesus, he's still here. It's like, what's going on? Let's get him out. But yeah. Oh wow, it's almost 8. Yeah, we've been going for a minute, hour and a half. But yeah, absolutely. Let us know in the chat what's everybody thinking of the season so far. Are you in it? Are you excited to see what happens in episode 4? Like, what's your favorite plot line that you want to see worked out? I love the fact that we got to see more about like Black Noir and see what's up with him. We saw like what he looks like under the mask, and now we see why he can't talk and. Oh, just messed up. But is he like, he's just not a good person, though, it doesn't sound like. Like, sounds like he's actually evil.
It seems like after the whole situation that happened in this event, Vought twisted his mind or something. Because we saw in like season 2, it seems like Edgar was like controlling him. Like literally.
Absolutely. Oh, no problem, Jackie C. Better late than never. Just glad you actually made it. Absolutely. Better late than never. Just real quick, since we got Phantom here and he doesn't have to rush out the door, we'll just do a couple of quick trivia questions, see if anybody remembers anything about this show. I just have 3 on this one. And the first one is, how big a bump in the polls did Highlanders or did Homelander's speech give him? How big a bump?
Was it 98?
That is incorrect.
I don't know.
How big a bump in the polls did Homelander's speech give him? If you know that one, write it in the chat down below. Number 2, what is Black Noir's real name?
Jackie Robinson, I don't know.
You know his answer, put it in the chat box down below. What is Black Noir's real name? And number 3, last but not least, how many men did Mallory say she lost in that day in the attack? How many men did Mallory say she lost that day in the attack?
78.
That is incorrect. Oh, 15% bump in the polls is incorrect. Good guess, good guess. I'm hoping it gets better, more plot. I'm cool with the blood and guts, but I'd like to see a more compelling story. Absolutely, and I think they're going to do just that. I think they're going to tie a bunch of stuff up. I think the fact that they just gave us the fact that Victoria is his Edgar's daughter. 26 is incorrect. Good guess, good guess. She's at all of them. Oh, man. But, yeah, I think all the stuff they gave us, we got to see Black Noir. We got to see that the colonel was actually the one that was in charge of that shit show that went down back in the war. And basically that Soldier Boy just got carted away. So we already know that the Russians have him and probably just Darth Vadered him and put him back together even stronger and better. So that's going to be amazing to see the new Soldier Boy. Is he going to hate America now that he's been with Russia, or is he going to be happy if those guys go and free him from Russia? What do you think?
I had to see like a Winter Soldier type situation, honestly.
That'd be pretty tight. That'd be pretty tight. Yep, we don't. Phantom and I don't actually read the comments, so we have no idea about the source material. But I am absolutely loving what they're putting on the screen so far, and can't wait to see where they take it from here. But that's going to do it for us this week. I hope everybody's having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. We're going to be back on tomorrow night talking about season episode 3 and 4 of Obi-Wan. So, or at least 3. I don't know if we'll get 4 in, but we're going to be talking about episode 3 of Obi-Wan tomorrow. So come on back for that. And other than that, I hope everybody's having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here until we see you tomorrow. Easy, everybody.